Hello, beautiful people. So we are doing another Ballet Deconstructed video right away today. I did not intend to do that, but you guys loved the last one so much. So I thought, well, let's go ahead and do a second one. I don't usually like to do videos in the same series back to back, but that's okay because you guys want more. So we're going to do more. I'll link that video in a card. So the number one requested dancer by a long shot in the comment section on the last one was Natalia Osipova and her jumping ability. So that is what we are going to focus on today. I want us particularly, there's so much we could dissect with Natalia, but today's video, we're going to be looking at her incredible ability to get off the ground and jump. Leave me a comment in the description. Is she phonetically, because I want to make sure we pronounce everybody's name properly. I, of course, call her Natalia Osipova, but to me that sounds very American. Is it Osipova? Is it Osipova? Please leave me the phonetic correct pronunciation of her last name in the comments below. So I found a video on the channel Dance Line, which I will link below, of her like 3 variations. We're going to use 2 from that. We're going to do her Laurencia variation. We're going to do Flames of Paris pas de deux, because there are a lot more jumps in the pas de deux than the actual solo. And then her Kitri Act 1. And I want to focus on her incredible jumping ability. You all also want me to dissect her Giselle, but I want to focus on this today. So let's look. So see Dance Line. We're gonna do Laurencia first. So what I have found with her, it's just ridiculous. Okay, what I have found with her are 2 things. I've already watched these and analyzed them in my own time. It's the way she pushes off with her toes and the fact that she gets her legs into jumping positions so fast. Some people linger and that makes the jump heavier and gravity pulls you down. Natalia gets there and has the ability to then have hang time. If you labor into it, it's going to pull you down. So let's watch this first thing. And I want you to watch as she jumps her toes and how she pushes off the floor and the way how fast she gets off the floor. So watch this back leg. We're going to do this literally in slow motion. Do you see how quick? 1, 2, like she's already up in the air. See how fast she pushes off? We don't linger. Even in slow motion, that back leg just wham, it's up already. Then you can really see her front toes pushing off the ground fast. So watch the front toes. From there to pushing, 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 pushing. Do you see that push with that front foot? Do you see how much lift she gets with that, right? Yes, jumping is in your hips. That's where most of your power is, but she uses her toes so well and then propels herself and her upper body up. Watch how up and lifted. We kind of talked about this with Marianella. How fast she gets herself into the air. Do you see she just keeps going up, keeps going up, keeps going up? That's where that incredible ability starts. And again, this first one is not the clearest recording. The second 2 are much better, so we'll have a better chance to see it. But the way she pushes with her toes, even there, like even getting into this front attitude, watch the ball of her foot. It's going to push. Do you see that little push right there? And push right there. See that? That's what she does. She uses those toes. Attitude. And then watch the feet. They're going to push, push, push. And getting this front leg out fast. Watch the back toes. You can see it right here. Push. Do you see that? She's like propelling herself with her feet off the floor. So that is the first thing with her. It's just that. Again, we'll look at it in a little clearer recording in a second. And she gets those legs out really, really fast. And like we were talking about in Marianella's video, she doesn't drop in her upper body on her descent. That can pull a jump down as well. So watch, she stays lifted on her landings. It's almost like this doesn't even register that we're on the floor. Back it up. Watch the upper body again. There we go. Watch her upper body. Leans back, but then it stays lifted. Look, it's like she's not even on the floor, right? Watch it in real time. See how she looks like she's still floating? She's not losing it there, just like Nella. So let's look at this jump. She kind of has this abandonment. And again, it's that getting it up quickly, not just the upper body, the leg, the toe, the lift. So here, she's gonna get the back leg to arabesque fast. So we're in the position as we land. Let's go back and watch all of that in real time. The toes, the lift, and getting the legs out quick. Do you see the quickness? And then the legs out, the legs out. Do you see that? She doesn't linger. She gets them there. Okay, keep going. And out. Yep, and so then there's the hang time. And she never gives the game away. She's always staying lifted here. Okay. So there too, on this attitude, she's not jumping, but again, she just gets it up fast so she can stay. Get it up fast, and then she comes down. Do you see if she had gone, it would not have worked. She lifted, path of least resistance. All right, so she does a little turn section here. Balance, balance. Okay, she's another one that gets her shoulders around with her, right? Some of the best turners, it's all on your shoulders. Watch in slow motion. So we go down, use your plie. But look, even that toe, it's reaching to the floor until the very last second. She's gonna go toe ball heel. It's never gonna be a plop, right? Ugh, use those toes. Toe to the floor. And then she's gonna get shoulders around. See, it never lags behind her. This left side's coming with her. And then shoulders. See how she's even? At any point in the turn, she's even. There's no like, she's one solid. See, look. Solid. Shoulders are always in line. We go again. Balance. Does not like me today. There we go. Balance. Shoulders around. Balance. Now, watch her head here. Watch her head. See, even in this turn, we're already in the toes. She's not in back in her heels. She's over her toes. She's using her toes. Watch, head 1, head 2, head 3. She changes her spot because she's going to change where she ends. So she's going to end there. If she keeps going and going and going, you're going to overshoot. She changes the head at the very last second, which again gives the illusion of total control. Watch. She looks to the right, to the left. You see that? Right, left. Always spot, unless you're balancing trained, which we'll get into when we talk balancing, spot. You have to know where you're gonna land. She knew right where she was gonna land. That's what gave her complete control in this turn. So she's this way. She goes 1, 2, she's still there. And now she's gonna see those eyes are already looking this way. And then she doesn't overturn. And she can completely control it right there. No problem. Toes are reaching. Another thing I'm going to point out to you, it's actually in Flames of Paris. Natalia reaches with her legs longer than anybody I've seen. You can see it more in that one. Using the toes, getting the legs out fast. This is the same sequence. However, let's look at that little bit of that reach. Right here. Watch how when she goes into a jump, she's going to go where her leg is and reach it further. So see this right here. Out of this soda basque, here's the leg. She doesn't just put it down here. She is reaching her leg even longer to travel more. You can't out of a jump. If you need to travel, you can't just go down. You have to go out. So watch this right leg. How as she lowers it, you see she's reaching, she's reaching, she's reaching, she's reaching, she's reaching. See how long the stride is? She's not going underneath herself. On this particular step, she is reaching long. There too, she put that leg way out, reaching as it comes down. Yep, we're gonna keep watching in slow motion. She's gonna do another soda basque and reach. See how long she's reaching? That's her other ability, is to keep it traveling and reaching using the toes around. Amazing. Let's keep going. Ugh, sorry you guys, my computer is slow today. See the long leg? That's how she gets covers so much ground. So even there on that ensemble, she reached it so far. Let me show you. See there too. You can see this like long length in her leg. But as she goes into the ensemble, I'm gonna rewind a little bit. See, do you see how far she's lengthening that stride? Here we go. Top leg, you can barely see it, but top leg is pulling her this way. Do you see that? How she's still reaching to the floor. It never just comes straight down. It always comes out at an angle. Unbelievable. Come on. Here we go. Head, shoulders, head. Done. Length, toes, and get it out fast. So now we're gonna look at Flames of Paris pas de deux, because she actually jumps more in that than in her solo. So this is a much clearer recording, so we're gonna have an easier time at this. Okay, so watch the opening. Okay, right away, toes. The way she uses her toes is just stupid good. See, look, long leg reaching to the floor, okay? She hits her susu. I believe this is Vasiliev with her. Ivan Vasiliev. So watch how the toe presses off the floor. Press. Do you see this? Look at that high demi point. It's almost like a 3/4 point. Press. That's not a good angle to see that, but I guess maybe it's this toe right here. Watch this toe. Look, do you see that little like this? See how she uses that toe? And then do you see the speed at which this length happens? How fast she gets it out? From there to there, fast, right? Reaches it, using her toes. Toes are working. And then here comes the big jeté. See the length? The length of reaching the past the toe energy. And then she gets her leg out fast. You see how she's already battement-ing? So many people, both of them are actually, so many people do grand jeté like this. And she goes grand battement. There's not even really a dégagé. It's right away a grand battement. Watch. From here, she gets right to grand battement really fast, and then has the hang time. If you delay, it doesn't work. And then there's that up and over feeling, and look, we're still lifted in the upper body. Toes working into the floor. Pushing with her toes. Oh, there's another good one. You can see that. From here, look at the bottom foot. Look at that. That is like super strong foot. And then she pushes with her toes, and then the leg immediately starts to travel front and keep the length. And toes, look, toes into the floor. See the reach on both of them. The absolute reach. I know I'm repeating myself, but still. And then length, fast grand battement. See, she's not even fully up yet, and she's already in grand battement front. So is Ivan, right? Grand battement. That's going to get you up fast, not the, right? And then she can get her hang time, and the back leg is staying lifted as well. So let's go back and watch that in real time. Here we go. reach and the grandma palm. Toes length, reach, grandma palm. The other thing, dancers, in order to jump high, which you can't really see because of the dress and the skirt and everything, you've got to use your hips from underneath. Push with the hips. So she's actually using her hip muscles and her quads a lot. You can't tell as much. But look, we're already up in this soda shaw. That front leg is going to get out really fast. Watch. Push with the toes, front leg fast. Fast. And then this doesn't change. It does not change at all. Again, her upper body, it's like it just floats. There's never a point where it looks like effort. She's just like up and giving the illusion that she is completely just weightless. Like that. Okay, let's keep going. Shoulders around. Head and shoulders always even. This thing I like about her too, this is a little artistic moment. She's always acknowledging him. This is what you see in this one particularly. So here too, look, she's already looking for him. She's looking at people, but she's looking for him. And then they're gonna have a moment. Head, shoulders, head, shoulders, head, shoulders. And then she sees him before they go around. It's not just turn around, she's looking for him. Little flirt moment, find him again. Long legs, reaching long leg. You see how fast that gets up? It's just, that's how she gets her hang time, I'm telling you, is how fast she is able to move into a position. So watch the front leg. Front leg, reach. Yeah, that's what it is. That is what it is. Around, repeat. This is classical ballet, maybe. Okay, we're not gonna repeat. But there's always a length to her piqués. There's a length to her lower half. Let's look at this attitude turn for a second, because it's the same thing. She gets into it in a long position. She never cuts herself short. So we do our little fan kick moment, or saute back. See, look, we're reaching. She's not stepping down, she's stepping out. And then she piqués. Look, she's almost behind her leg because she's reaching so far, but that's okay. And now watch, she's not gonna step underneath herself. She's gonna step over her leg. Again, like Nella, straight line, shoulders go with her, shoulders go with her, shoulders go with her. It's never lagging, and she keeps the upper body lifted. And then still, there's a reach. There's always a reach in her legs. See there too, she didn't step down, she stepped out. There too, look, see, do you see the long diagonal? Natalia's kind of always in this long diagonal to her. Anytime we pause her. See, she's reaching back. You see? There's always a length to her. Reaching back, legs reaching. Again, I feel like a broken record, but any of these good, amazing turners who can just pull off pretty much anything, you just notice the shoulders are even, the head is even. At any point, you can pause and look like they're not really turning because he's just so square. Okay, let's look at the length on our piqué turns. It's exactly the same concept. This is what I tend to teach when I teach piqué turns. If I say step past the toe, this is the prime example of stepping past your toe. So even here, this long, look how long and reach the energy through the toes. So she lengthens it out. Look, see, diagonal, long leg, long leg. See, there's a length to every single one of them, right? And then this is a See, look, we're not there yet, but she's already got her leg up. I feel like a broken record, but she's so good at getting that position up, 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 up. And up fast. See, do you see the quickness? So look at her piqué turn as well. Between each one, she doesn't step down, she steps out. So watch, we do the jump. There's a length to her leg, and she steps way out. Because see, look where she steps to compare where her body is. Her body is back here. So if you pull your leg underneath you, you're not gonna be able to get around. So she steps, look how far her leg is out in front of her. That's where she piqués, not where she is here. She's piqués over here. See? Way over on each one. Here too, look, she's back here, her leg's out here. She's gonna piqué right here, right? That's a triple. Triples and doubles, sometimes you have to step back a little bit, but that was fine. See here too, look at the length. There's such a length to her. So let's watch that diagonal in real time. Notice the push off the floor. Notice the length of each leg before she steps on it and how fast she gets into each position. Here we go. Long leg, and then fast. And then long leg, You see her stepping out fast. And then long leg, triple, up, around. Little partnering trick that you might notice. Watch him help her. If the guy just keeps his hand where it is and the girl tries to turn, it doesn't work because you're going from flat to point. You need the extra little help. Watch. Watch his top hand. This is really interesting. Watch how much he's going to lift and help her. Well, after this tendu. Hang on. Tendu. Now, watch him help her with his top hand. Do you see that? Watch. Up and down and up and down. There it is. And boy. So he's essentially doing the turn with her. He's not just there with his finger and she's using him. He's actually stirring her a little bit. Watch the second one. Here we go. Slow motion. So he goes down with her. Down, stir. You can see the slight back too. He is stirring her, helping her turn because she's going all the way from flat to point. Down and stir. Down. Do you see? It's not just, he's actually helping her with that. Reach. Even here, there's a length to this front leg and a length to her. It's never cut short with Natalia. There's always more energy. So let's watch that last diagonal one more time. And you can see it. Length, stir, and the shoulders. Stirring. Yep. It's hard to see in real time, but it's there. And then the length to both of them, the length. Here too is not part of her jump. But Natalia is such a good turner by herself. You can tell how easy a girl is a turner by how much the guy has to help her. He really doesn't help her at all. Look, watch his hands. He gives her a little flick and then he just kind of holds there. Look, he's just holding her up. He's just holding her up. He's just holding her up. He's literally just like, guiding her. He's not going like this, right? Holding her up, and then we do the final pose. Now, the other thing I want to show you is when she gets into the shoulder sit. Like we talked about, there's never a moment. She keeps her upper body lifted. Watch the upper body lifted, lifted, lifted. She's using her head, but she's not dropping here. And then he does the rest, and she just stays tall. There's not a drop here, right? She's lifting before the shoulder sit. Okay, so then the last one I'm going to show you is Kitri, which is kind of impressive. So again, things to look for: the length in her legs, the reach, the toes pushing off, and this, and getting into the position fast. Okay, so okay, already. Watch how fast this front leg gets into that pas de chat. It is so quick. Let's watch slow-mo. So she is going to, this is in slow motion, and you can even see, bam. There's no hesitation. There's no hesitation. And watch the bottom foot. Toes, she's on the ball of her foot. Look, she's using her toes, and then they push. She is already pointed like 2 inches off the floor. Some people wait and then point their toes. She's using that power to get her off the floor. Change around. Okay, so on this turn, anytime you have to do ande dan ande or ande dan, I think this is ande or ande dan, she does a step up. This one, she is stepping up underneath herself. If you ever have to change axes, right, from one leg to the other, don't step it long. Step right up underneath yourself. So watch. She's going to step up underneath herself. This is the ande dan, right? Ande dan. And see the tightness? She's going right underneath herself. Ande or. So many people overshoot it like we were talking about in the last one, and that's how you get off your leg. This particular instance, there's the energy and reach in her leg, but she's stepping up underneath herself. That will never work if you overshoot it when you have to change legs at all. Coming down. Now watch this back toe. Watch this toe. Push. Do you see that? That right there. That like little telling you. And she's in the position fast, right? And look how fast the leg is up. Like a frame ago, she was down and now we're already up. That's one of the things that helps her out. And then these little jumps. Let's watch the next phrase in real time. Because it repeats, because it's classical ballet. Everything repeats. Travel. Fast toes. Stepping underneath herself. Wham. Fast, fast, fast. Okay. Another thing with her reach. Watch this ensemble. She does not ensemble underneath herself. She lets her top leg pull her so she can travel. So watch this right leg right here. Go away. So right leg. Look. Do you see? And then watch it pull her, pull her, pull her, pull her, pull her, pull her. There's such an energy to her. Back leg gets up fast, front leg gets out fast, and she's still reaching for the floor. She's not going here, she's going there. Let's go back and watch that in real time. Underneath yourself, length. The front leg. Front leg. Front leg. See, she did it again. So the other thing I want you to notice, I want to go back to the beginning, and I want to show you how much she travels because of that length and that reach. So many Kitris do this solo more in place, which is fine. But this is what I'm talking about, Natalia's reach. She travels this solo like nobody I've ever seen. So watch her logistically. We go from this side, we run all the way to this side, and now we're on the full stage left. She's gonna get past center on this first thing with the reach. There, now we're past center. Now we're going back all the way to stage left. Now we're gonna go again. She's gonna get past center. See? Barely, but she got past. Now watch this sequence. Look how much she propels herself forward. Look, past center. We're almost all the way to the other side of the stage. So many Kitris do it right in place, but that front leg, propels her so much she is able to use the entire stage for that sequence. All right, let's look at, no, we don't want to see them. We want to see her. Go away. Now, watch even here the reach and the shoulders. Okay, let's watch a couple in real time. I have to say, very few people get this in a perfect fifth, but she's pretty darn close. Watch her shoulders and her head moving together. Yep. See this right side coming to the guys. She's not leaving it front. This is a good angle to be able to see this. Shoulders around. Even her arms have a reach to them. She's not pulling them into her. So they come in for the turn, but then they reach back long to give her the momentum. Reach around long. Reach around long. The other thing, very interesting. So watch her turning her supporting leg, okay? Watch how she jumps to point. She comes off point, whoops, and then she jumps. You see, that's almost a jump. Do you see how much she travels that from there to there? Do you see that? She jumps all of these turns. And I think that's probably very common with this variation. You can't roll up because you actually have to get somewhere. But notice how much she is able to travel with that bottom foot. She even travels the fifth. Look, she jumped to fifth. Now watch how far, look how far that foot moves. Oh my goodness. Do you see that from here? Watch, my cursor is where her foot is. Look how far she's gonna jump that. Here's her foot. That's insane. She gets like, I don't know, 6 inches on each turn. Then watch the descent. She jumps that too. So each one of these, she's jumping and traveling, which is the key to the solo. You can't like just jump the landing. You have to jump the turn to get anywhere. Upper view. Let's go, let's watch in real time. I want you to see that. Length. Getting to a position fast. And this, of course, has nothing to do, we're not even talking about the artistry, which we should. Do you see how much she's jumping it? Look how much she's traveling, that bottom leg, bottom leg, bottom leg. You can see from the upper view too, bottom leg, it's booking it, it's booking it. What I love is for her version, she finishes on stage. So many Kitris like barrel into the wing. She is so controlled. She finishes on stage and bows. She travels, pulls it in, stops, and is able to stop on stage and bow. Watch one more time. Bottom foot, shoulders, the spring to point, and then the control on the last one. See the spring, see the turn, the arms, the length, the shoulders. See how much she's traveling. And then on the very last one, she pulls it in. She doesn't travel that last one to be able to hold it so she can balance on stage. That's the thing. Travel. Last one, she doesn't. Right? That very last turn, we're traveling. I believe this is the last turn right here. Look, she's up underneath herself. Oh, maybe that wasn't the last turn. That's the last turn right there. She's up underneath herself, doesn't travel that last one, stays lifted. Bam. Because if on the last turn, if you are trying to do pirouette to susu and you go pirouette and you barrel into the wing, you're not going to be able to save it. That's how she does. She travels, pulls it back, susu. Very interesting. It's amazing. Yeah. So that's what we learned with Natalia. We learned that she reaches, she uses her toes, she stays lifted, she gets to her position fast, and there's always that constant energy shooting out of her toes, shooting out of her arms. Now, of course, she has incredible jumping ability. But I do genuinely believe that is one of the secrets to what she's able to do, is getting there fast and us registering the position. Because so many people, even if you jump high, if you're slow to get there, as a viewer, it doesn't register. the audience is always one like second behind. So in order to look like you are weightless and have that hang time, you've got to get there fast. And she is the master of that. So yeah, I would love to also do one on her artistry. Maybe we'll do her Giselle for her artistry. But today I just wanted you to focus on that ability because it's absolutely amazing. So let me know more people you want me to analyze. If you missed the Marianella one, it's right there. You can click to watch. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.